Hey, it's Bernie here, and today I'm going to cover Group 1, Alkali Metals for GCSE AQA Combined Science. We are going to cover the following: properties and trends of Group 1 elements. We will look at Group 1 reacting with water, chlorine gas and oxygen. And we will end the video with some questions. Group 1 properties and trends. Group 1 is also known as alkali metals and are made up of lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. They all have one electron in their outer shell, which makes them very reactive and gives them similar properties. Alkali metals are all soft and have low density. The trends of the alkali metals as you go down Group 1 include: increase reactivity. The outer electron is more easily lost as the attraction between the nucleus and electron decreases, because the electron is further away from the nucleus and further down the group you go. Lower melting and boiling point. Higher relative atomic mass. Forming ionic compounds. Group 1 elements don't need much energy to lose their one outer electron to form a full outer shell. So they readily form 1+ ions. It's so easy for them to lose their outer electron that they only ever react to form ionic compounds. These compounds are generally white solids that dissolve in water to form colorless solutions. Reaction with water. Alkali metals react with water to produce a metal hydroxide and hydrogen. For example, sodium reacting with water will produce sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. When Group 1 metals are put in water, they react very vigorously. The more reactive, lower down the group, an alkali metal is, the more violent the reaction. The amount of energy given out when alkali metals react with water increases down the group. Metal hydroxide is an alkali. Metal hydroxide is a base. When metal hydroxide dissolves in water, it forms an alkaline solution with a pH above 7 and turns the universal indicator blue or purple. The table shows the observation of alkali metals when reacting with water. Lithium, when added to water, will fizz steadily. It slowly becomes smaller until it disappears. Sodium, when added to water, fizzes rapidly. Melts to form a ball and quickly becomes smaller until it disappears. Potassium, when added to water, burns violently with sparks and produces a lilac flame. Quickly melts to form a ball and disappears rapidly, often with a small explosion. Rubidium, when added to water, melts very quickly and burns violently with an explosion. Reactions with chlorine. Group 1 elements react vigorously with chlorine, producing white salts called metal chlorides. Alkali metal plus chlorine gas produces metal chloride. For example, sodium plus chlorine produces sodium chloride. As you go down the group, reactivity increases, so the reaction with chlorine gets more vigorous. Reaction with oxygen. Alkali metals react with oxygen to form metal oxides. Here is the word equation. Let's look at an example. Sodium reacts with oxygen, which produces sodium oxide. At room temperature, oxygen reacts with the surface of the metal, which forms a white oxide. The white oxide covers the surface, but the metal below the surface does not react. Alkali metals burn vigorously when heated and placed in a gas jar of oxygen. This oxide forms white smoke. Reactivity increases down the Group 1 element, so their reactions with oxygen get more vigorous. Extra information. Different types of oxides will form depending on the alkali metal. Lithium reacts to form lithium oxide. Sodium reacts to form a mixture of sodium oxide and sodium peroxide. Potassium reacts to form a mixture of potassium peroxide and potassium superoxide. Time to practice what we covered. Here are some questions. Pause the video here. Answers. Pause the video here. Thanks for watching. Please share, like and subscribe.